Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. My name is GBay99. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today, we are back with another Legends of Runeterra video where I want to show you one of the coolest mechanics in the game. This is the Calista Thresh deck, where Thresh is a pretty big important part of this, but I only have one Thresh right now. I don't have more than one Thresh, and I don't have any more wild cards or enough essence to buy more Threshes. So we're not going to focus on him. I want to show you and focus on Calista here, because she is a very interesting character. So when you play her, she will bond with an ally, and that ally will take all the damage that that would otherwise be directed towards her when she's attacking or being attacked. So if they end up dying, you know, they will die instead of Calista will in an attack. And once she sees 3 allies die, she will level up, where every time she's attacking, every time in the attack phase, she will fully revive her bonded ally at the beginning of the turn, meaning that it's actually very difficult to kill Calista once she gets to this level up. And you want to see 3 allies die. And that's really how this deck works. You're trying to kill your own allies, and it's very interesting how you do so. So firstly, there's a few interesting allies that you're going to have that are going to really benefit a lot from dying. So for instance, the Cursed Keeper, he is a 2-drop 1/1 that can't do much. He cannot block, which means you can't set him up to defend an attacking ally and kill him that way. You have to do it in another more creative way. But once he dies, he will summon an Escaped Abomination, which is a 4/4. Very difficult thing to deal with and pretty kind of gosh darn scary. Another great example of someone who you really want to be killing a lot is the Undying. So he similarly cannot block, but every time he dies, he will revive and be given +1/+1, 1 power and 1 defense every time he revives, and this stacks continuously. So he can be a 6/6, he can be a 12/12, depending on how many times you can kill him. That's what this deck is all about, finding ways to kill your own allies and benefiting yourself in doing so. There's a few different ways you're going to be doing this. One is through the ephemeral mechanic, where ephemeral cards, they will die after they strike or when the round ends. So if you put, for instance, this guy down, you can use an ally in your hand, granted ephemeral, and if you're granting that to someone that is, you know, someone like the Cursed Keeper, you just place him down. At the end of the turn, he dies. You get this Escaped Abomination. There's also a few other cards like this one, which will kill an ally and you get to draw 2. This is essentially Pot of Greed, which allows us to draw 2 cards from our deck. And then there's a few others as well. There's a couple of characters here like this guy, kill an ally and then revive it, the Chronicler of Ruin. Very interesting. Absolutely love playing him. And it's just a really interesting and fun deck that I'm going to see if we can hopefully pull off some cool stuff. I'm running it with a couple of Ionia cards, and fingers crossed. It can be a little bit hit or miss if you get some unlucky draws and you don't get some of your early drops, but I think I think we can get some really good gameplay out of it, so let's go. So right here, this is a beautiful start for us. I kind of wish we had a 1-drop or a 2-drop. Maybe we'll draw one. But this is pretty much the best case scenario that you can get with Calista, is have her bond with the Undying. Because that gets pretty crazy in the late game. When Calista levels up, she will, you know, she'll summon an Undying who is dead, and then the whatever previous Undying that just died will then get revived, and you can consistently fill your board with Undyings over and over. The only thing that kind of sucks about that is he cannot block. He can only be attacking, but you can flood your opponent's board very quickly and really mess him up. Was he AFK? He might be AFK. Or he's just thinking a lot. There he is.
My training is unconventional.
So he has a Piltover Ionia deck, which that I think is like the stun Yasuo. There's a few interesting things that are kind of frustrating about that deck.
Let's take this puppy for a spin.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't have a 2-drop, so we can't stop him from attacking. But we will have a very good turn 3. So we'll go ahead and start off by dropping the Undying. And then we're going to attack with him here. And see what he does. And then after we attack, we'll probably use Pot of Greed. One thing I definitely like about this deck is that it has a lot of draw. There are some decks that I've been playing around with, like the Teemo deck, like the Crimson deck, where it has like a medium amount of draw. But
I'm on it.
while it's not the end of the world if you don't get your draws, it can certainly be very frustrating that sometimes you'll have just one or two cards that you need that you're not able to find. What is that?
Safety first.
Why is he doing that? He might not know how that card works. He should just... Yeah, I don't think he needed to do that. I think I will use this on her because it looks like he's having a bit of a rush deck. It appears as though that's what his deck is supposed to be, a rush deck.
Lucky shot.
I can imagine one of these cards is Jinx and he's trying to empty his hand for the sake of getting her out early. But we are in a very good position here. So what I think I'll do now is use Chronicler of Ruin here on turn 4. That will kill him and revive him at a 2-2, and then he will re-revive at a 4-4 afterwards.
You weren't always this.
And I'll probably use that on the 4-4 next turn.
Engulf them.
I think I'll block that one. Keep him alive.
A gift from the river folk.
So he's definitely trying to go face. And he's doing a good job of it. But things will be a lot more difficult in a moment here. So here we will use Calista, bond her on him. And then I'm going to go for an attack here in a moment. We'll do so very early on, and hopefully he will try and kill somebody here. We will also probably use one of our Pots of Greeds. So because Calista is on the left side, she's going to attack first. And even if he tries to do something to kill him, like buff this guy and put him there, the damage will go off for Calista first, so she'll be safe, is essentially what I'm saying here. And I think I'm going to use this.
Our vengeance has burned long enough. Act now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Doing that means we can't use a Pot of Greed, but this 2 mana will get stored in our spell mana. And he will die at the end of the turn.
How did that move go?
I'm fine with him dying, because Calista needs to see 3 allies die. She will see him die, she will see him die. And I don't want to use that on him. I don't want to use Pot of Greed on him yet, because we need Calista to level up before we take away the thing that she's bonded with, because we can defend with her as long as he's still alive. And yeah, I'm fine with that. So she has 2 spears now, needs 1 more.
Charged up and ready to go.
We'll see what he does next turn. There's the respawn. If he places something, I would like to be able to place this.
It packs a punch.
If he doesn't, I have to use
Sweep them
Calista.
away.
Which I think I'm going to use Calista on her. Quick attack means that she's going to attack first.
You will never find peace.
So she's bonded with him. I'm also going to use this on him. Boom. Ooh, this is looking good. This is looking very, very good for us. So, she still has that bond with him. And he has a lot of mana. He could mess us up, but we do have Deny if he has some sort of spell that would mess us up. He doesn't realize how that works. Or maybe he does, and he doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't mean to insult my teammates, or my opponents so much. But he goes ahead, goes pretty hard after us, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and drop him, I think. And... I think I'm also going to drop Undying. Ooh. I'm going to run out of space on the board. And then I'm going to use Ravenous Butcher. I'm not too sure how the order of the Undying respawning works, but you'll see in a moment here. Okay, I can stop that. Oh, no, I can't! I didn't think about my mana. Can we do anything with an ephemeral copy of her? I don't think so. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Mistake. Hopefully we draw another one. But I will go ahead. That makes me even more confident in doing this. So take him, knock him out, and then what are we getting? Are we getting 3? We might get 3. We might get 4 of those guys, though. Kind of lost count already of how many of them we had. So there's 3. There's a 3-3, a 4-4, and a 5-5. So this is getting, obviously, pretty intense. And we will just attack. And we might be able to win the game here. We'll have to see what he has. I have a Deny. If that's some sort of wave clear.
Intruder, get him.
That's fine. I kind of wish I put the Phantom Prankster down now first. But I was worried that he had something.
Strike, we will reform.
What's he thinking? What's he gonna do?
Pull them down.
Okay. You know what? I'm actually gonna deny that. And the reason being, these guys cannot block. These two are both gonna be dead if I don't deny it. Actually, no, I can't. Because he's set him up anyway. Okay, so never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm worried because I'm getting low health and I'm kind of concerned that he has something that's going to mess me up next turn because he can do 4 damage with these 2 guys. I need to be dropping more.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
Which I think I'll probably drop.
Wow, did you see that?
I'll drop Phantom Prankster, I think. And I should have done this first. I'm realizing now. I should have done this first to, yeah. I'll use it on him. Okay. So right now, if he attacks me, I can block a little bit of damage, but I can't block much. So I'm going to use that as well. Maybe I should have used this, Mist's Call. Well, I couldn't have played her then, right? Yeah, we'll end the round. I have to make sure that I have at least a couple guys out here to defend, because if I don't, then he can attack before I can place another unit, because now it's his attack phase, so he gets to act first. But that helps us out a lot, because we drew another Calista. And she is already leveled up. That is one thing that is very useful about any of these decks that are kind of crazy about going aggro on...
Did that sound right?
Yeah. So,
You have earned your
do that. That.
Hey, what's that?
That. And I'll wait to see what he does. He's at 7 health right now, so he's not in a good position. We can kill him next turn with all of our Undying that we were able to make. What card is that? Is that a spell? I don't think that does anything. Right? I could actually use this on her. And the block will still occur. I should use it on them, though. That doesn't make sense to use it on her. So I think we're fine. Solid work there, Calista.
Man overboard.
And then I'll use this on him. And that's beautiful. So we'll go and not be entirely efficient with our mana. We'll lose 1 because we have 4 mana and only 3 things, but that really should be game. He revives, we attack. And we could even do that, but it doesn't make sense to do it. He needed to top deck a spell. Even if he did, we have deny. Well, I may as well use this. This actually won't win the game. We're 1 off of lethal. But we save our health a little bit. He's down to 1 health. I'm anticipating the surrender any second now. What is that card that you drew, man? It's either something that saves you or it doesn't. Oh, that's actually a good card for him. Draw. So he discards his hand, which he doesn't have anything in his hand, but he gets to draw 3. I'm going to stop that. Because that will stop his draw. There we go. Big brain plays. All right. And then I will go ahead and drop another dude down anyway for good measure. That gives me grasp, which will help me if he has anything on this attack turn. But he really shouldn't. And that should be game.
A foray into the field? How exciting.
Yeah, that's it. Good game. Well played. There we go. That worked out pretty well. You can see how annoying that can get as you're trying to deal with the Calista who just keeps on making the guys, whatever they're called, and then each time one of them dies or each time she attacks, it like doubles them as well as making the longer lasting ones more and more powerful turn after turn. It can get pretty crazy and tough to deal with. So let's go again. Okay, here's a very interesting start. I'm going to cycle these and see if I can get an early drop that synergizes with him. And we get 2 of them. Perfect. Oh, that is a beautiful hand. That is like the best possible hand you can start with this deck, I think. Maybe not literally the best possible hand, but one of the best possible hands.
The party has arrived.
I don't think I've seen that. Draven's biggest fan. Okay, so he's going to draw Draven in a turn here. All right, dealing with Draven. We can do it.
This is awesome.
So my turn 2 will be an attacking turn. I'm going to place him and him. And then he cannot play Draven this turn. Draven's like a 3. What is he? Yeah, Draven's a 3, so he can't play it until next turn, but he will play him next turn. He discarded 2 non-Draven cards. Presumably.
Anything helps.
Discard 1. Then last breath, draw one. When I'm discarded, summon me. Okay, anyway. He did quite a few things, and should not be able to save him from my crazy cards. I'm not going to attack this round, I don't think. Which might sound crazy. Oh, shoot! I should have made a copy of him first. That was a mistake. I should have made a copy of that guy before I killed him. Because I'm not going to be able to block with the Undying. That's the only thing that's kind of annoying about this deck, is that you can't block with it. You can't block with anything.
Me too, kiddo. Me too.
Okay, I can play this, though. And that will do that. And then I can do that on that. All right, so in that first game, we were able to get quite a few Undying copies and show how crazy that can be, but this time we're going to be doing Cursed Keeper copies. And this should be pretty crazy as well. We can use that and then Pot of Greed with it, and then get a third one out.
Axes coming right up.
Although Draven's going to be annoying here, I might have to use... I'm going to have to use that on Draven. He has one spinning axe. I can't block Draven with this because Draven has quick attack. Yeah. Oh, I can't do this. I don't have mana. I just realized. Oops. Okay, now I have to pass. So two of his cards are spinning axes. Oh.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
Okay. And then we'll do this, and then we'll do that on that. And then we can still do Black Spear, right? Yeah. We can. Although maybe not, because the turn's going to end. Yeah, we would have to do that and that. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're not getting the Undying out, but that's kind of good because we need to be having, yeah, we need to... Will this make a one drop because it's a copy of the card? Oh, it doesn't. That's come on, Riot. Come on. Okay, well, we get two of these guys out. They're both ethereal, which means they cannot, or they'll die at the end of the turn, of course. And things are looking pretty solid here. I could be attacking. I probably should be attacking, honestly. That's probably a mistake not to attack. Just flat out. But we won't worry about it. We will not worry about it. We are going to use Grasp of the Undying on Draven. And then block these two, probably with the 4/4s.
Now we're cooking.
So he's using spinning axes. I'll use this first on Draven. He's discarding cards, right? What is that? Oh, is that a spell that's going to negate my spell? Please don't be a spell that negates my spell. I'm going to put this here just in case that's a spell that negates my spell. And I don't want him to draw a card, so I'm going to not kill her. I'll take the extra 1 damage to the face. That's fine. I don't know if it's worth it to make him a 1. Probably not. Please don't kill me, Draven. Please don't have a way to deal with that, Draven. That's what I mean. He has full mana right now. He has 8 mana, so he probably has something. Oh, that's... Is that it? Okay, there we go. So that works out. That clears his board for the most part. And he doesn't use his last card. Okay, so here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. So we'll drop Phantom Prankster, then we'll do Undying, then we'll... Oh, we got it! Dude, he knew it! He knew he was done! All right. That's one of the things that's kind of annoying about this game is that people surrender very, very quickly. And oftentimes you just kind of have to win the first kind of like 5 rounds before someone realizes whether or not they got their combo off. But I guess that game is still a pretty solid understanding of how you can use the control cards and everything in that deck to set yourself up for a pretty solid defense, deal with rush decks like his, and still get the win. But let's go ahead and play one more, make sure we finish this with a really solid, longer game. All right, so we start this game off getting 0 minions, all spells, so I'm going to shuffle them all. And it works out. Good. We'll pass. Get this guy out on turn 2. Oh, and that's good. We can use that combo again. He has a late game deck. Well, I asked for a late game deck. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat one. Oh, and this can work out well. I prefer using this card with... Oh. We'll just play him. I prefer playing Scribe of Sorrows, trying to get Cursed Keepers rather than some of the other cards that will die in this game. So, I'm happy with that. We'll drop him next turn because he will die, so he will give us another one of them. And then we can also use the Oblivious Islander on them. So we're building up a good early game board, and we haven't even used that much either, have we? He obviously has only played like 1 card, right? And that... Yeah, he definitely has a late game. So I asked for it.
It was right on my tail.
So we'll go ahead and use Oblivious Islander on Cursed Keeper here.
Sure is dark, eh?
And he does not attack. Fine by me. Ooh, okay. Hang on. This is going to be 5. Where he's going to turn into that, and that'll be 6, right?
So many years, so much later.
And then he'll revive as that. Okay, so now we have a completely full board that is looking incredibly scary. We are on turn 4. It looks less scary because he's used a lot of things to get himself onto turn 7. But on turn 4, we have 2 4/4s, a 3/3, another 1/1 that's going to turn into a 4/4. I mean, this is getting pretty intense. And we'll attack and see what he does. If he tries to set up a defense with Garen on that, we can use that. All right, all right. Perfect. A lot of this, as I was saying at the start of this video, a lot of the spells and a lot of the minions that they work around if an ally has died, those are spells and stuff that, I mean, those are spells and everything where it's, they're kind of overpowered if you get them to work because they're supposed to be tough to pull off. But if you get them, if you make them work, then they're really, really strong. So here we're going to try and use Calista with this synergy that we set up. We're going to use Calista on the Cursed Keeper. So she's bonded with the Cursed Keeper, and if we can get her to level up after seeing 3 allies die, then that is going to give us a pretty insane setup. Where she'll keep on making 4/4s every time she takes damage.
Onward to victory.
So here, I'll use Calista to defend this.
You have earned your fate.
That gives us a 4/4. And then we can also, he's ethereal, right? So we can drop him. Calista will see him die. This is really fun. This is a fun mechanic, right? I don't know. I haven't played enough Hearthstone. I mean, I played like a year, maybe 2 years of Hearthstone very consistently, where I just played, you know, nothing but Hearthstone every single day for a long period of time. So, okay, I can get if Hearthstone is something that maybe it's added some more fun mechanics in recent years when I haven't been playing. And I, of course, have never played Magic the Gathering, so I'm not a super big guy when it comes to that kind of stuff. But this is, I mean, I'm loving these kinds of mechanics. I'm loving a lot of the decks that are in this game. They feel very creative, very fun, very enjoyable to pull off. You get all these crazy combos. They're so enjoyable. Ally captures a unit. What does that mean? Removed from the game, it returns when the capturing unit leaves play. That does not count as dying, does it? Shoot.
Take them away.
Maybe it did. Boom! Let's go. So unfortunately, we can't play Calista now, but we'll go ahead and play Thresh.
What delightful agony we shall inflict.
And I end my turn. I end my turn. Your move, Yugi. Okay, and here we go, Phantom Prankster. We're getting a very full board again, and Calista, she can summon a guy,
Hold nothing back.
but he won't be able to go back on the board. Which maybe that would be good. Maybe that would kill him. I guess I'll play him.
It's playtime.
Because he's getting pretty low. He has to attack at some point, and he has to put people out to deal with my attacks. So,
You are insignificant.
yeah, we'll do it like this.
Feels like a biggin.
That works.
Shouldn't have done
There we go. He comes back. Another damage to his Nexus. I won't summon her because I want to be able to summon a guy with Calista when he ends his turn and I'm attacking. Then I'll do exactly that. Except I don't want her attacking. And I will not get him with Thresh. But there we go. He is up now.
Hardly a threat.
Is that really where you're going to play him? You should be playing him over Thresh. Or one of the 4/4s. Yeah, we get another win. Dude, today's games are going so quick. Normally I do 3 games for this video, but this deck might be so overpowered that this video ends up being shorter. Let's do one more. A 4th game. 4th game in a video. Pog. This is a pretty solid start. I really like this start, actually. This combo again. Oh, that is beautiful. That is about as good as it gets. That is about as good as it gets. That is everything that we want. So we'll start off by doing this. Drop him. Use Fading Memories on Cursed Keeper. Then we do Scribe of Sorrows, which gives us another Cursed Keeper. That was a mistake. I think he didn't realize he's in defense mode because that's ephemeral, which means it goes to attack. Or it disappears at the end of the turn. Oops. It's okay, man. Sorry, I'm being a bit of a bully. So here, we'll go ahead, use him on that. And we'll see what he does now. I think he has a face deck where he's just, you know, he's trying to get... Do I care about this that much? I don't know if I do. I'll be careful. It looks like he is a pretty scary face deck where he's really just trying to go face over and over and over, you know? This might be a mistake doing this because now there's a chance that Ravenous Butcher gets revived when I use Scribe of Sorrows. That was a mistake, right? Maybe he's not going face. Wait. What just happened? Oh, I was using Black Spear. Never mind. I'm silly. I'm silly. That's why he did that. All right, all right. Anyway, though. Now I think there's a better chance because that other guy died. There's technically 2 of the scribes who are dead. Or not scribes. 2 of the gatekeepers who are dead. So hopefully he gives us a gatekeeper. And he does. So again, once again, here we go with the early tempo, the early strength. That just makes this deck so good. 2 4/4s, a 2/3, and another 4/4 on the way. Except it might be a little bit tough to kill this guy off. I'm curious what kind of deck he's playing. It looks like an ephemeral deck.
Well, it was fresh.
Because he's obviously ethereal, but... yeah, may as well attack here.
Think I got something.
But I think ethereal is something that you also want to have in the Ionia deck. The Ionia deck, I think, also has a lot of ethereals. There's another deck. He's only running Shadow Isles, though. You can see in that top left-hand corner. Oh, and here's Calista. So we'll drop her this turn, and then use her on the cursed keeper. That's fine. Because he plays another card, we can play Calista. I don't think I've seen that card. Give other allied spires +1 and other enemies -1. Huh. All right. Well, so he's ethereal. When an ethereal ally attacks, revive me attacking. That's why he keeps coming back. We'll use Calista to defend one of them, which will get the Cursed Keeper to proc. I guess I'll use him and him. The ethereals will go away. Okay, that's fine. Sucks that our guy has to die now, but he's still ethereal, so he goes away. It might actually not suck that our guy dies, because now Calista lives. But he is succeeding in getting some damage on our Nexus. We're down to 11 health, almost halfway all the way down. I'm going to do this first. That gives me one of him. Actually, no. Never mind, I should have done this. I was thinking about using him on that, but that's a mistake. I should have taken more time to think about my move. Instead, it's better to drop these two, I imagine. Because he can be procced no matter what. You know, he can always be procced. We win, though. Another quick game. This deck might be overpowered. I will link the deck list or the deck code so you guys can play this deck as well in the description down below. And once again, this isn't even us playing at our full strength. One of the great uses of this deck is to combo the Calista alongside the other dude. Where is he? Thresh. But we can't even do that because we only have one Thresh, so it's pretty difficult for us to do that. And also ephemeral characters. There's a lot of them that we don't have that are unowned that I would actually like to use and mess around with, but a lot of these cards I don't have. So Ephemeral is another way to, you know, proc, get your own characters dying. So this might not even be the best version of this deck, but as you can tell, we're crushing with it. So anyway, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching today's video. I will see you in the next one. Last deck video coming out tomorrow as this game goes off the servers Sunday, unfortunately. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy the next one. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.